Hi, good morning. My name is Maggie Berwick. I'm a senior at Albion College. I'm from Rochester Hills, Michigan. I study Spanish and International Studies with a concentration at our Public Policy Institute. And I'm in the Honors College, which means I have to work on a thesis this year. And I did my spring study abroad semester in Cordoba, Argentina. So my photo is myself in front of the Iguazu Falls, which are these giant waterfalls on the border between Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil. And they're one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's one of the 7 wonders of the natural world. It's 2 different lists. My international studies program is kind of cool because it's interdisciplinary. So I take history and philosophy and like poli-sci courses that all get to count as an IS major. So as a Spanish major at Albion, I've had a lot of female influences. My 2 best friends and my roommates were all Spanish majors. That's us pictured on the left side. And we live in a residential community of all Spanish majors, of like an apartment of them. And so we get to talk Spanglish to each other. And the middle photo is when I lived in a different Spanish living learning community on campus. And the 2 women like on the steps down on Mara and Blanca, and they were from Costa Rica and Spain, and they come. We have native speakers each year who come and teach TA classes and live with us, and we get to interact and learn from them by speaking Spanish with them all the time. And the far right photo is my host mother, Olga, from Cordoba, who obviously fed me and washed my clothes while I was abroad. She taught me how to make really great empanadas. So I got to learn about local culture, specifically from living with the host family. And also the Spanish program at Albion, we're a small liberal arts school, but we're a pretty strong foreign language department. And 2 out of the 3 professors we have are female. We've always had TAs from Spanish-speaking countries. They're always female. I don't know why. I always joke, like, hoping if like a cute guy will come, but never happens. So I was sitting down working on this presentation, and I was like, wow, why are all my Spanish-speaking people in my life, why are they all female? Why are all the friends in my classes were majority female classes? Like right now I'm in a Spanish literature class of 17 people, and there's only 2 guys. And it's an upper level class, so that's just kind of funny. And so, and my program in Cordoba, this is a photo of 13 American students with their instructor on the far left side. And there's only 4 guys there too. So that's pretty funny. And that's us. We did a hiking trip in the foothills of the Andes Mountains in Mendoza, which is like a city on the far west border with Chile. So when I started doing some, Googling about why are foreign language students females, there's a lot of research about it, about how there's this stereotype that foreign language departments and colleges are majority female, they're dominated by females. And this is the same graph that Anna showed before that I stole from her because it also includes foreign languages, which is the top light red line on the graph, which is just under 75% of foreign language studies are female dominated. And so there's also the stereotype that exists that your foreign language classes are going to be female. And is this really true? Okay, so there's a bunch of studies on it I was learning. I've learned a lot about reading academic studies and working on my thesis. And there's an online study from payscale.com that was basically a combination of all these different academic studies. And it was written in response to an AAUW study about the pay gap, which is what a nice full circle thing. And it was asking the question, do women choose majors that end up going to be paid less than the majors that men choose, and is that contributing to the wage gap? And nationally, 78% of Spanish majors are women, and 84% of French majors are women, which I agree with from my own personal experience, sounds about right. And this is, there's a different study from from the article written by the Telegraph in January 2014, which is a little outdated, but it was answering the question, are women better at learning a second language? And there's these studies about people, like neuroscientists studying the brain and psychologists saying that that men and women's brains, they process language differently. So women apparently process their brains show greater activity in the area of your brain that is used for learning languages. And that men learn things that are associated with visual functions, and those two things just don't line up. And also women use a varying different study strategies, like use multiple different methods to learn something, when men just kind of stick to one thing and keep going. And also women converse more, so we're more likely to practice the language because we're just so dang talkative. And also women are more motivated in school, so we're just going to work harder in order to learn the things that we're supposed to be learning. Yeah. So some of these are kind of like overgeneralizations, like women talk more, so we're going to be better at a foreign language. But who knows, maybe that actually is true. But yeah, that's just kind of my fast little learning about foreign language studies and women. And since I'm the last one, I guess we're all talking about like why does this all matter? Why are we talking about this? Why did we pick this as a presentation topic? And I really like what Anna said in the beginning, which I wrote down, is that we're all choosing the major that is right for us, that is going to like help us like succeed with our professional goals, our personal passions, and we struggle with, are we conforming to the stereotype of what as women we're expected to study or expected to do in school, but also finding empowerment in what we're learning, and struggling with like trying to stand out in maybe a male-dominated area of study. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening.